The Kayfabe Crunch is fueled by Soyloid Protein, the new human-based protein from mitosis. Start every morning with a bucket of Soyloid protein and notice the difference in just 2 to 3 years. Our proteins are naturally sourced from small communities, so support local life by guzzling gallons of Soyloid protein.
The Kayfabe Crunch. I still got a lot of news left in the tank.
Good news! This is your Kayfabe Crunch for Tuesday, June 9th, 2020. I'm Luke, Luthez Press. Coming up, we have all the latest from Takeover in your house. And Monday Night Raw. And wrestling journalist Chris Litmus dusts off the history books and recommends his favourite Backlash match of all time. But first, on this day in grappling history, in 1994, WWE held its first ever Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Inductees in this first class included Freddie Blassie, Gorilla Monsoon, Buddy Rogers, Disco Peppersley, King Beef, Lord Rudiger von and of course your dad. If you don't recognize some of these names, well, you're simply not a real fan. Once again, we'd like to thank you for supporting the Kayfabe Crunch. Just to quickly dispel some of the disgusting filth rag rumors, I personally still have 18 months left on my news contract. The idea I would jump ship to the Kayfabe Smash just because my friends and partner work there is quite frankly ridiculous. My bosses treat me well here, and I've been Employee of the Month for close to 400 days now, so not going anywhere. And now let's get on with the Backlot-Brawl news. Top story, quiet on set. Can we please have quiet on the set? Yes. On Sunday night, Adam Cole faced the Velveteen Dream in a Backlot-Brawl match for the NXT Championship. The backlot in question was the artificial street behind Full Sail University, which, back in 2018, was used as a real street during the whole Who Killed Aleister Black mystery. So, is the street real, or is the street fake? Here at the Kayfabe Crunch, that's not a question we concern ourselves with. The Velveteen Dream arrived by car, dressed as Negan, and Adam Cole arrived by monster truck, dressed as Adam Cole. The two men brawled in the ring, through the street, and in an Uber. Unfortunately, both men's star ratings have fallen to a tragic 4.7, or 5.7 if they're carpooling to the Tokyo Dome. Cole attempted to use the doors to escape, but they were all locked. Johnny Gargano is suspected to have stolen all of the keys for his nefarious ways. Dream then pushed Cole through a car windshield, which the owner is going to need to get sorted before the cold weather hits. It was quite a chip. Then, with a little help from strong and fish, Cole managed to retaliate and subdue the Dream. However, Dexter Loomis, known serial killer but that's okay because he's good, arrived and dispatched of the excess error. This left Cole and Dream in the ring with nothing but a pile of chairs and a blank canvas. There was some artistic back and forth in the final moments, but ultimately Cole retained after delivering a Panama Sunrise onto the steel chairs. Gotta start taking breaths. The Dream is expected to make a full recovery, unless he opens up his Twitter DMs again, and then his future really is uncertain. Now it's time for your Fast Count, the anonymous Raw general manager of news.
New Japan Pro Wrestling to return next week with no audience. So expect plexiglass and young lions sometime around August.
Bobby Lashley submits R-Truth but doesn't win the 24/7 championship, likely due to daylight savings or time zones or something.
WWE Performance Center now hosts class in crowd chanting for new recruits. Work your way from fan to rookie to superstar at this world-class facility.
As a result of last night's decathlon, flip cup, stick fighting, and turkey leg eating will now be included in the Tokyo Olympics. They'll replace phony events such as ribbon dancing, skeet shooting, and the 100-meter sprint.
Charlotte, you aren't the sharpest tool in the shed, are you?
The most good-looking, though, that's for sure.
So, a-ho.
The VIP lounge goes through 2 leather sofas per week. Reports say they can't shoot the cows fast enough.
Seth Rollins invites Rey Mysterio and his son Dominic to Raw next week. He promises to cover all sharp corners with protective foam.
Io Shirai becomes NXT Women's Champion. Not only is she Queen of the Sky, but now also Queen of the Ring. But please don't look that up. And that's your fast count.
You've been counted out. Get to the back, keep it on ice.
And now, wrestling journalist and amateur mortuary assistant Chris Litmus presents a look back at a classic match from Backlash history. What a treat.
The popular search engine Google defines Backlash as a strong and adverse reaction by a large number of people, especially to a social or political development. Extremely poignant. As our society undergoes a much-needed backlash, WWE is contributing to the effort by giving us what we need the most right now: a wrestling show. Join me as I dust off the canvas of wrestling history to recommend you a classic match. I'm Chris Litmus, and I want you to come inside my dusty ring.
You know, for years, I've been looked upon as the other Hardy. But after all the talk, I knew that all it would take was 3 seconds.
In 2009, Matt and Jeff Hardy faced off in an I Quit match. This followed their intense battle at WrestleMania 25 that all began when Matt burned Jeff's house down, killing his pet dog. It's a little-known fact that's forgotten in the era of glorifying the broken brilliance of one Matthew Hardy. He enjoys killing animals, and he's willing to use them as kindling. Has anyone checked on George Washington the giraffe lately? I'd bet a giraffe could start a bloody big fire.
George Washington, I knew you'd come.
The siblings battled at WrestleMania, with Matt Hardy emerging on top. So at Backlash, they decided to end things, once and for all, in WWE at least, by battling until one brother bowed out. This match is fantastic from the start. Jeff enters first, and he has this long trail of toilet paper hanging from his trousers, and he doesn't care. He isn't fazed by it. No shame. Which shows us all how cool he is. Jeff dominated the early minutes, with Matt refusing to quit, which makes a change as it's Jeff who struggles with addiction issues. That may sound insensitive, but I had something of a Fanta fruit twist problem myself, so I understand perhaps more than anyone. At one point in the match, the crowd became distracted by something at the other side of the arena. But as the cameras didn't capture this moment, it's impossible to say truly what happened. Perhaps the Big Show decided to streak, or maybe someone was protesting the whole Santina Marella thing. Although this was WWE in 2009, so it's unlikely. Eventually, Jeff managed to subdue his brother by tying him to a table. Oh, kinky. No, that's really actually quite inappropriate. Can we cut that? Thank you. Before Jeff could drop a pair of legs on him, Matt apologised for his actions and finally said the words, "I quit, like a pussy."
Jeff, I quit. He said it.
Then Jeff leg dropped him from a ladder anyway because, well, that's just Jeff. And Need I remind you? Matt killed his dog. It's an unusual way for heated brothers to fight in a sanctioned professional wrestling match, but it speaks volumes to the deep level of respect that they have for one another and this great sport, that they didn't just rush each other backstage. When I fight with my brother, and I do, I'm 12-0, I wouldn't dream of hurting his dog. I would, however, remove the cat from the equation. One clean shot to the back of the head, and my brother surrenders. A tactical and decisive victory.
And there's just time for a weather forecast. Let me just check outside. It's sunny. Join us Saturday when we'll continue to preview Backlash. And remember, you can support this podcast simply by being kind to each other. Not sure how that helps us exactly, but it definitely helps the world. This has been the Kayfabe Crunch, your not quite daily, not quite news bump for the world of professional wrestling.
The Kayfabe Crunch is fueled by soyloid protein. Some mainstream news outlets are reporting that soyloid protein is made from human children, but this couldn't be further from the truth. Soyloids are simply microproteins found in the gut biomes of infant Homo sapiens. How can anything that sounds so neuronourishing be anything close to evil? From mitosis.
The Kayfabe Crunch.